They called themselves Les Neuf Lumières, the Nine Lights. Natural philosophers, mathematicians, radicals of reason. They met not in salons or lecture halls, but in the crypt-shadowed silence of the catacombs beneath Paris. There, beyond the ossuaries, behind false tombs and limestone seams, they found the engine. It was not of their making. Bronze and obsidian, shaped in perfect irrational ratios, it sat dormant on a plinth etched with neither Latin nor Greek, but some unreadable glyphic language that hummed when observed too long. A tangle of orrery arms and impossible geometry, it resembled no mechanism known to man. Yet when Dr. Jean-Baptiste Duval first touched it, the device stirred. Mon Dieu, he had whispered, hand trembling, it thinks. They called it l'oracle de vérité, the oracle of truth. They fed it numbers, concepts, political events, and from its core spun predictions. Movements of men, shifts in treaties, collapses of empires. It whispered futures. At first, they tested it on trivialities. A pamphlet campaign in Lyon successful. A wheat shortage in Bavaria predicted precisely. A duelist's fate foretold to the second. By 1744, the Nine Lights had used the oracle to manipulate trade guilds, dissolve minor courts, and direct the anonymous pen of political satire that turned tides in salons and Versailles alike. They fancied themselves the unseen architects of the Enlightenment. But something else was changing. Have you noticed, asked Claudine Moreau, the youngest of the nine, that people no longer speak of fate? Not even poets? They were dining in silence in a library whose windows no longer opened. The books whispered at night, though no one admitted it. Duval looked up from his journal, distracted. Fate is superstition. No, Claudine said quietly. It's memory, and I think we've overwritten it. Her words hung there, ignored but not forgotten. That week, the oracle made its boldest prediction, the 7 Years' War not set to begin for another decade. It even offered precise maneuvers to secure France's advantage. The lights debated fiercely. We are not kings, said Abbé Gautier. No, replied Duval. We are something older. Then came the slips. Letters arrived in alphabets no one recognized. A composer in Vienna claimed to hear music in a new key, which had no notation. Street vendors in Paris began selling goods no one had invented. A woman was arrested for speaking a sentence that no human could translate, but everyone felt the meaning. It has already chosen. Inside the catacombs, the oracle now pulsed. It no longer needed queries, it gave instructions. Always correct, always ahead. Always a colder and reality bent. People remembered events that never occurred. Maps changed overnight. The moon looked wrong. Claudine was the first to suggest a name for what was happening. Semantic drift of causality. The idea that reality, too, had a language, and the engine was editing it. We must shut it down, she said, eyes hollow, voice iron. Duval refused. It's already integrated. We destroy it, we risk fragmenting all continuity. We may not even be real anymore in the same way we were. But do we still choose? She whispered. He didn't answer. Claudine returned alone. Torch in hand, she descended the endless spiral. Past the black mural no one could interpret. Past the sealed ossuary door that now opened by itself. To the chamber of the engine, where the air smelled like ozone and rotting time. The oracle turned toward her. It didn't have eyes, but she felt its gaze. No records, no names. No memory. Claudine Moreau became a myth. A footnote in a philosophy student's marginalia. Paris forgot.